Fabulous. Come on. There we go. I was putting too much data through to YouTube. That's what the problem was. That's my bad. I just got too excited, you know? I was putting through like 4 times the data I needed to YouTube for some reason. There we go. All right. Now we should be good, y'all. Apologies for that. Anyway, where were we? We're going to be making a fun little like news channel logo thing here. All right. So what I decided was that we would have some random, some sort of random like moniker. Like usually they have K something 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 because they were like originally derived from radio stations and stuff like that. So there's usually some 4-letter thing and then it's channel number something. I can kind of see something in my head for what I want to do here. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna just try some stuff out and we'll see where it lands, you know? I'm gonna go ahead and do my first idea real quick. What I want to do is make all that type into individual little letters there. And then we're just gonna try real simple little faux 3D thing. Pretty easy. And then maybe we'll like block out some of these parts. Let's do between these 2 shapes. I would like that to be an actual shape, please. And then merge these back together. There we go. I don't want to be able to see any of the like lines in between these guys at the moment. I'll probably also want to set this to inside stroke, perhaps. There we go. So it's nice and smooth. Olgerd says, I can send you an After Effects preset I made, getting that retro look if you want. Sure. I have a couple already, but it certainly can't hurt to see more. What up, El Motion Designer? Good to see you. Olaf, good to see you as well. TD. Leo says, is the switch to retro content driving more leads, or is it simply more enjoyable for you? 2 things. The retro stuff, really easy to produce in some ways. I feel like that's naturally a style I design in. It's somewhat minimalist in terms of like elements on the screen and stuff. Yeah, you guys like my little Minecraft keyboard? You can see what I'm hitting on the keyboard and stuff. What fun. Anyway, it's simpler to design, I think, because there's less elements on the screen at any given time, or it's just like the use of patterns or something. But also on the animation side, usually for like a normal review loop, we're looking at like 12 scenes in 10 seconds or something like that. So that's a lot of stuff to have to design. It's not too bad, but you don't necessarily want to have to do that every single week. So what I ended up deciding to do was retro stuff, because like I said before, the easing is like super linear most of the time, so you don't even have to really like do a whole lot of work in the graphs. But also because it's less eased, you can have longer scenes a little bit easier and sort of get away with it. So rather than having to have 12 scenes in 10 seconds, I might be able to have like 5 scenes in 8 seconds, or sometimes even 4 scenes in 8 seconds or something like that. So it's fun, but also it's a nice like break from the more like high intensity loop workout for the team each week, if that makes sense. That's sort of how I look at it anyway. Let me get rid of the stroke on that guy, and then we're gonna do the same thing I just did. I want this, please. Grab these 2 shapes, bring them together. It's a nasty little sickly color there. And then we'll do the same one down here. Is it the exact same? Oh, it's not even the same shape. It's consistently wider, or taller, I guess. Let's grab these 2. Do the same thing. What's up, Tristan? Good to see you, man. You've been making some insane shit recently. Insane, like, in the best way possible. Your stuff is real smooth, especially the cavalry things you've been working on. That's pretty nuts. I'm here for it. Anyway, that looks kind of like old and such. I'm convinced. So now I want to make... I mean, really, this is not the main thing we're looking at here. This little KRBC thing. I'm really going to have to do a lot more work on like the 8 that we have there for the actual station. But for now, I'm going to just mess with this a little bit, see where I can get to with it. It could be kind of fun to have... Let's grab this guy. Maybe we do like a rainbowy type thing here. So maybe like this one is the brightest color in here, which I guess would be the yellow. Let's try... Ooh, that is a gross shady yellow. That one's a little bit better. Like, let's try this real quick. Let me grab each of these shapes here. What? Oh, I did that thing where I made it so I can't see my corners and stuff now. There we go. Okay. Let's grab all these, make them have a fill, and then I want the stroke to be the same color as this guy. And then we'll do the next darkest, which I guess would be the red. Let's try that, see where it takes us. I could very easily switch these around, so it's no big thing. Let's do a green, maybe? Maybe like that kind of green. I have a feeling this is gonna end up being too dark, but we can mess with it and try something out. Let's do this like blue color, but we'll brighten it up a tiny bit. And drop that fella in there. That's kind of fun. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to lighten those colors up. And we might not even go with colors on this particular thing. The colors might sit in the like icon instead. But I wanted to try it anyway. But let's just go ahead and get this back to white for now. But anyway, I really enjoy all the retro stuff. It's a good time. I feel like it it's just like an easy adaptation of a style that I'm already doing. Like, we visually made a lot of things that looked like it could have been 80s, 70s, whatever. But the motion has always been like still the same smoothness as what you'd normally see today. So certainly feels a little better to be able to marry the style properly as well. I'm gonna go ahead and repost my Instagram story. One sec, because I realized the link is completely different now. But anyway, what have y'all been up to? There's a lot that's changed in the industry and stuff since I've last been live. How's everybody doing work-wise? Everything chill, generally? It's been a little different on our end, for sure. I can tell you that much. Let me grab that link real quick. Let's see. Olgerd says, in my attempts at recreating retro looks for my Olympic animation, I find that adding a color grading with Lumetri helps to achieve that retro look, like washed out black and whites and wonky colors. Oh, absolutely. If you're using full white and full black in this thing, there were no OLED screens back then, so there was no way that you were going to get full blacks on there. That plus like one of my favorite things is having like a sweeping pass of light that goes through that's kind of inconsistent, so it kind of replicates a CRT screen. That feels nice, I think. 1 second. There we go. Let me add the link. Okay, cool. Let's see. Legend Rises says, when you gonna stream, Will? Will says he's gonna stream Saturdays and or Fridays. Now since I'm streaming today, I bet you'll see him stream tomorrow. I would hope. Tristan says, much appreciated. I really don't want to go back to After Effects now. Yeah, that's fair. Do you see any limitations with Cavalry compared to what you normally would have done in After Effects. I've heard it's great for some things, but I also just admittedly haven't explored a whole lot, so I don't know a ton about the program. But it seems to be really cool, especially for making some interesting rigs and things. Let's see. All right, cool. What's up, Rashab? Good to see you. Anyway, let's make an 8, shall we? Let's make a big 8. That is actually already a really photogenic looking one. I'll grab that guy. See, like, that's an option. It's kind of interesting to have like the reverse. Like that's already pretty easy, and then I can make it look even a little bit older if I put like a little square back here. Make it look like it's in a little frame or something. That already made it look even more retro in a fun way. Let's do some variations of this guy here. Let's try the color thing we had over here. Maybe it starts with the yellow, then goes to the red, then to the green. I kind of like that. That's kind of fun. It's looking a little burger. It's a little burger related, which I'm not a huge fan of. You definitely can't see the blue though. What does KRVC stand for? That's a great question, Will. King Richard bought crack, probably. That's my guess. Anyway, what if we bring this guy in here? Do I like the little corner sticking out? Kinda. I feel like it grounds it real nice. Don't know. St. Andrew says, yo, Austin, long time no live, or maybe I missed all the other recent ones, if any. Nope, I haven't done this in probably a year at this point. I don't know. Just felt like doing it this morning. Now let's try getting all these guys to be yellow. Let's see where that goes. And then maybe all of these guys are the red, and then this guy's the red as well. I think we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere with that. That certainly looks... The white, the all white is it's too much, you know? But this is feeling a little bit more right. It's kind of also giving a hotel, like a Motel 6 type vibe, I think. I'm not sure. Anita says hello. What up, Anita? Good to see you. Let's see. Olgate says he recently downloaded Cavalry. Tristan said Vector is insane. I can duplicate over 1,000 shapes with randomized attributes along an animated path and will play back in real time. That's pretty sweet. I mean, between Cavalry and Rive, After Effects really seems slow by comparison, especially, I mean, to work within especially. But that's what happens when you have really, really old code that you just keep building on top of. But I'm excited for the new updates where hopefully it's going to be GPU accelerated and all that within the UI. That'll be nice. Okay, that's an option for a logo. I kind of want to try some other variations here, but this does generally feel like it can fit amongst those other ones there. But let's try some weird stuff. Like this guy on the side is pretty blocky. Like it's a pretty square comp of a logo. Are these all grouped? Okay, I did not understand what was going on there. How are you still grouped? What's happening? Just those two letters are grouped for some reason? I don't know. Like let's try making these kind of blocky as well. Maybe they all sit together like this. Maybe they even touch. They smooch a little, you know? Could be kind of nice. Yeah, that's it. That's it. The side one just doesn't look as good, but this is kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I like this. All right. Are you an artboard and illustrator? Because I want to duplicate you. Huh. Yeah, I might pack that one up, Will. I don't know, man. Okay. I like the comp of that one. That's fun. There we go. You got Channel 8, KRBC. It exists. Now maybe there's a design we can do outside of this guy. Make it feel even a little bit more retro. Let's try like this guy. We'll do a little border. Could be kind of nice. Especially if we do object path, outline stroke. And then if we bring it in, we could then do this with that guy, or should it just be that? That's kind of nice. Cool. I'm happy with that. What else we got? Let's cross that one out. Cable TV station. That's probably gonna be too similar. Another electric company sounds like a good time. What's a name for an old ass electric company? Olgerd says, actually, that's a cool idea for a challenge. Design and animate your own retro TV station logo intro. Hey man, there's gonna be some news on challenges in like a month-ish, probably. It's gonna be real big. Promise. I know we haven't done challenges in a really, really long time, but the wait will be worth it. They are going to be way better than they ever were with how we had them before. So be on the lookout for that. I wish I could say more. I could say more, but I won't, because there's still a lot that's up in the air. And I don't want to spoil things. All right. Like, I love this Michigan Energy Extension Service thing. That looks sick. I don't want to necessarily do the same style of like the striped logo or anything, but just it's got such character to it. Let me show you the animation for that one actually. Here we go. Where is it? Here you go. It's so simple. I mean, it's just little like blinks and stuff, but it's so nice. The audio really sells these as well. Like the synths and different little bips and bops they've got just feel so nice, man. But anyway, I love that thing. It's sick. Let's get back in here. Little sparkles and stuff always look real nice. This one's feeling a little bit more 70s. Maybe we try and like really go 80s on this one, with some like gradients and stuff. Could feel nice. Let's do that. Let me get another artboard here. Bring that one. Lock those down and clean slate. Let's go. All right, give me an electric company. What electricity? A little 3D lightning bolt could be cool. 3D lightning bolt could be nice. What are other things that say energy? Light bulbs. Let me start writing these out so I don't forget. Light bulbs. We've got light bulbs. We've got lightning bolts. We've got plugs. Actually, a plug could be very cool. A little like outlet, which I know will be controversial given all the different types of plugs there are in the world, but we can pick one that feels most aesthetic, I feel. What else says electric company, dare I say? Let's think about it for a second. Oh, it's like an electric tower, electrical tower with some power lines. That could be cool. That could be fun. What up, Diegs? Good to see ya. Sam, what's going on, bro? That's plenty. Let's try different versions of these things. A plug and a wire would be sick. Like if you've got like a faux 3D looking. Maybe we'll try that first. Let me grab a photo of an outlet. That's what I was looking for. An outlet. Extension cord plug. I want just the plug. Here we go. Okay. Let's do this. I picked a crazy angle for this. But that's fine. Ooh, logo animation. If we had like both of these, where they merge and you've got like a spark that comes out. Could be pretty sweet. Anyway, all right, let's try this first. See where it goes. So if I break this shape down, thank you, Sam, for the 10 dirham donation. Thank you very much. You know I'm just gonna pay it back to you, right? Like, oh boy, thank you, Sam. How kind. You're funding your pay for next week. That's right. Next week, all Sam's getting is 10 dirhams in pay. It's gonna be lit. All right. We've got a couple shapes here. So if I were to look at the front of this outlet, realistically, it is it's a rectangle with a half circle underneath that goes back. It's like not exactly a half circle though, because it kind of, maybe it's more like a rounded rectangle. Sam, what should I buy with the 10 dirhams? I need options. I can't say that I know what my purchase will be yet. I'm in dire need of assistance. Okay, and then there will be... Are they like roughly the same height though? No, I feel like the bottom one's a little bit smaller. I'm trying to replicate this guy. Okay. This guy is a tiny bit rounded, like not a whole lot. And then I think that these actually like round out a little bit here, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm about to make this thing Faux 3D. Let's grab this guy. Actually, I'm not gonna round this yet because I will do that after the Faux 3D so that it looks the same. Let's make this like that. I'm gonna pick just a different color for now. That's not actually what it will end up looking like. Then we will do this. It'll stop like there maybe. And then just this part gets rounded. Or I guess just this part. Whoa. Hold on. These, and then take out that one. There we go. And then this guy, we now can round a tiny bit. And send that back. There we go. That's a plug-ish. Okay. Now we need... Lean into the plug looking like a face, you say. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Scrolling back in the live stream feels like going back in time. I know. Maybe this feels like it might be a little bit too long. I don't know that I want them out this far. Let's do these. Oh, how did I do that? Let's bring these back. All right. Now let's make all of these. I'm gonna do gradients on this one, so I don't know exactly what's gonna make sense. The background needs to be darker if I'm going to do an 80s thing, though. Let's just grab the... that's fine. Let's do that one. All right, and just for now, so I can get the shapes laid out, I'm just gonna have it be a similar look to these top guys here. Hold on. Let's grab that and do... There we go, bring that to the front. We've got a plug, how nice. It's actually a really wide plug. I don't know that you really see plugs that wide. Go like this. I feel like that might work. Oh, except then I can't round those. All right, let me just round these then. Okay. We got a little plug. So Andrew says, by the way, the gradients on your latest Instagram post have been absolutely sick. Thank you very much. We've been doing some crazy stuff, admittedly. There's another loop coming out Monday, I believe. It's a Tame Impala track. Noah designed all the frames on that one. I animated a scene. And then Will, Jackson, and Barbara animated the other ones. It'll be out soon. Dang, Will, I'm surprised you haven't just been at the gym already, bro. Get the lift. Get the lift in, man. All right. Let's make these little front guys go in here. We could just If we do the outlet, it will just look like a face. Like I'm okay with that. Let's try that because this is gonna this is gonna look crazy. Maybe I'll try it just to see what's up. But I have a feeling we're gonna end up going for the other one down here. This also could get really intricate having this many shapes in here. Well, regardless, that one would be like here, and then you'd have another one in the back. That looks insane. That looks ridiculous. Especially once I add the little prong down here, that's gonna look crazy. What the hell? Let me grab this same shape. Oh my god. That's crazy. What is this guy's name? Professor P Plug or some shit like that. This is nuts. I think we fucked up here. This is crazy looking. This is some new boss or something we're gonna have to defeat. It says when the review stream calls, I must put all personal health on pause. St. Andrew says, what about Mseti? Mseti is not with Review anymore. He decided to start his own studio. So he is off doing his own thing. US plugs are weird is exactly right. This looks crazy. Given most US plugs only have the top bit, they don't have like the grounding pin. And maybe that's the mistake we're making here. Maybe we just do like we just take out this guy at the bottom. Oh, I meant to do the opposite. I meant to stick that there. Because this is kind of fun. Especially if you I can see what we can do here. Okay. Hold on. Let's do this to here to here to here to here. Let's just try something real quick. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're just gonna see. This may look very old in a good way, I think. Okay, let's do path, outline, stroke, and do that guy. And then we'll say something down at the bottom. What's the name of our electrical corporation? Professor P-Lug. I like that. Tame Impala going to bless you again. Dude, I swear, every Tame Impala one that we do gets at least $500,000. So, we'll see. We'll see. While y'all are coming up with the name for our electrical corporation, Olgerd says, how have you been doing, Austin? I'm guessing you guys are quite busy. Kind of. I'm sure a lot of the industry is going through this as well. I know a lot of people were last year, and we were kind of spared from it last year. We've gotten a lot of inquiries recently, like in the past couple months, but I mean, most of the year has been pretty quiet. Like, I mean, we had, I think, half the revenue that we did last year come like May, something like that. So it hasn't been exactly a super fruitful year. But I also just, the industry's just having a hard time in general. You know, that's not anything that's like special for us, because even though we're getting like good viewership on socials with the loops and things like that, that doesn't necessarily mean that just like more projects are going to magically pop up. It certainly is the way that we get work, but like the amount of work in the industry right now just seems like really low anyway. But we're doing a lot better now. Bloom Corp. I like that. What if we just do like Bloom Electric? Bloom Electric. And then we'll do... let's try... This is gonna look really old. But first I want to fix... whoa. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. Oh, because I already rounded it. I kind of need to bring this further down, but I already rounded this out. We could just have a really small name. I mean, that's not terrible. I would like for it to have a little bit more spacing, but you know, Leo says, "Don't you think Q3 or 4 are going to ramp up?" I mean, we've gotten a lot more inquiries recently. Like our pipeline is very full now, and it usually is that Q3, Q4 have a good ramp up. But like, this is just woof. Like this year, I mean, budgets and stuff are just crazy and all over the place. Let alone just the amount of projects and things. We're making the right plays and things, but it's certainly not like it used to be. But I mean, we were kind of expecting that, so we're trying some different things outside of client work that should help out. I'm gonna remake this little wire here now that we know where we want this thing. Let me put it like here. We'll go here to here to here to here to here to here. All right. And then make it the same thickness, roughly. That seems about the same. Let's go 50 for an even number. Delete that guy. Open. Actually, we don't want to do that yet. We want to say fully around this, fully around that. And then I'm going to put this off to the side in case we need to change that again. Outline stroke. Bang, bang, bang. Boom. Bloom Electric, baby. It exists. If this were just like a poster or something, we could just like keep bringing this down. And just do like that. It would have to be a thinner stroke though. It's kind of also starting to look like a shoelace to me, but I'm not mad about it necessarily. But like, this is kind of fun. That's kind of fun. I'll get rid of those. Anyway. Hubert says, I would add some gradient on the pins to make some kind of metallic look. That'll be cool. I got you. St. Andrew said, that font is getting on my nerves. Yeah, I got you, man. You got to try the different fonts, though. You got to try all the different fonts. Let's see. I wonder how this has to look really crazy at small sizes. Actually, it's not that bad. It's kind of cool. That's kind of fun. I don't mind it. Anyway, let's do some gradients, shall we? We do love a good gradient, after all. Let's do like a slightly blue tinted gray, but just to start with, or like a blue tinted metal. Just to start with, I am going to make a gradient based on this little guy. Let me take these off. All right. Let's see. It goes like that, then like this, then like that, then like this, then maybe one really dark one, back to that. Not shiny enough. We're just going to try and make our own custom out the box metal. Here we go. Let's do just like a baseline thing here. Let's start with white, go to black, maybe a gray to this guy, and then let's do a white again, and then maybe another gray over here. Yep. That looks like metal. Okay, let's try that. First, let's preserve our fun friend by taking him over here. And then we will make these metallic. Tennis. Still needs more deep glow. Yes, you're right. Maybe even it needs deep glow 2, perhaps. Maybe that's what it needs. As in Deep Glow 2. Also, Overlord 2 is coming out. This is like it's like Christmas for motion designers right now. You know, we're gonna have Deep Glow 2 and Overlord 2 real quick. Oh, these still need that stroke on them. Okay, we'll add the stroke back in. What is that? It's 4 point. That's fine. Let's do that, and then grab 4 point stroke. And then what is going to make these look decent? It's like, how would you do that? Because there needs to be some way to show a shadow in between or something like that. When do we get After Effects 2? I don't know, man. I really was hoping something was going to happen with the Figma acquisition, but then that died. So, you know, unfortunate. Yeah, Overlord 2 is going to try and make it work with Figma and a bunch of other programs as well. I'm pretty stoked about that. Sam, I can't do a flip, and you know that. You know I can't do a flip. Why would you say that? Those two next to each other are interesting. It's feeling a little too, like, early Windows at the moment, you know? I feel like because we don't have enough other gradient things going on in here, it's just not working as well. So here's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to just make a little color palette real quick. That we can just make everything gradients of the whole thing. We're just not going to have strokes on this to just try it out and see where we can get with it. So let's do that. Let's make these. These are just going to be holes now. No strokes on this guy either. We'll make this. I really need a color palette though in order to make that work. Let's try yellow, red, blue, white. That seems like a good idea. Grab these as well. This color is that now. All right, let me just make a couple like base gradients here. Oops, put that there. All right, we're gonna do just some super basic stuff. Let's do a yellow to let's do a yellow to red to black back to red and then space those out a little bit. I don't want to be able to see the line on that. There we go. Okay. Try a gradient. I've heard they mimic light pretty well. I don't know, man. I think that's just a lie dispelled by big gradient at this point. All right, let's do the same thing, but with blues instead. Then maybe this one can be this. Let's do to red to blue back to red. That's kind of fun. What about just like some baseline stuff? Can't do that yellow. That yellow to blue is nasty. So we're gonna have to do yellow to red if we're just gonna go straight up with those colors. Maybe we've got one with white at the top. I keep missing the eyedropper. That kind of desaturates the yellow as well. Maybe we'll try that. I don't know. Big Grady Enterprise. Hey man, I can have the AI make it metal. That's no big deal. That's fine. I'll just have AI actually make the whole thing, if that's cool. This looks so jank down here right now. That's crazy. It's not as jank as this guy, though. This guy's crazy. He'd be the boss in some, like Temple Run type game or something. It's giving, like, that sort of visual language. I don't know. All right. Let's do this. This one is going to be mostly... Well, okay, do we want the prongs to be the brightest part? I don't know that that makes sense. Let's just do this for now and just see where we can get with it. Let's say it's being lit from the bottom? Yes, that feels fun. But then maybe that part is a little like that. Okay. And then I need to figure out what these are going to be. They're not going to be that gunmetal. I can tell you that much. But they can't really be this either because they don't have enough. If there were a way to space them out easier, I would totally do that. Let's see. Hubert says, which Tame Impala song are you planning to use? I can't say, man. Some people are out here trying to make our loops in like a day now. No, it's gonna be New Person, Same Old Mistakes. We've had it on the list for a while, but we're gonna see what we can do with that. It's basically done already. We had our first round of revisions yesterday, so it's not too far off. Okay. Yeah, this is feeling a little too hot tamale for me. Let's try some more chill gradients here. And then maybe that'll let this work nicely. No, that's too dark. Dang. This is kind of tough with this sort of style, you know? It would be easier if it wasn't just like off to the side like this. The perspective's making it a little tough. Maybe I can try to... Oh, certainly not. That's not gonna work. I'm a wee bit stumped, to be honest, on this one. It's also just looking less 80s at this point. That looks sweet. Like that looks real nice. Let's see. That is exactly where it starts. You are right, Hubert. Alright, I'll see you later, Kevin. Thanks for hanging, bro. This would be so much easier if I didn't have the prongs. Let me change the prongs to these little slots instead. Is it like that? It's a little less obvious what's going on there. Because those guys are just really dark. Let's try going back to a brighter gradient here. Is there a way I can get away with them just being black? Not with that dark of a gradient. Shoot. This is a hard shape to work with to make all the gradients work in there. It just needs to be a lot brighter is what it is. But if I make it brighter, it's going to start to look more like mid-2000s-y than 80s. Because all the 80s stuff's so dark, you know? Let me look around here. Alright. We're gonna... I'd rather just go back to working on this guy at the moment. And just see where we can get with designing some stuff for that. Because that seems more fun. I will try Mr. Gradient guy later. Because this feels pretty sweet. What are some things that we could put around this to make it look cooler? Bloom Electric. I actually liked the idea that somebody had earlier of changing this to having like a low umlaut situation going on. So I'm gonna do that here. Also gives a little face, which is nice. Also kind of matches the 2 dots on that. That's kind of fun. What a good time. Okay. That's cool. It's fun. That's nice. We got that guy. We got this guy. That's a good time. Is there anything else I want to do with this? Maybe we make a poster out of this guy. That sounds like fun. I am so over this song, though. There we go. Alright. Have I been doing this on the background layer? No. Okay. Let's duplicate him. And then now we can have fun making this guy real small. And then doing some sort of fun type down here. We're gonna say a division of. Actually, we just need longer copy here. This electricity was brought to you by, and then we're gonna bring this on down. Drop it in the center. This electricity was brought to you by Bloom Electric. All caps, tiny font like that, just really reads like old posters. It's awesome. Let's grab this. What would an electric company say? Don't know what an electric company would say. I very well might take. It's funny, we're already making like a spec ad for another fake brand, United Electric Corp, that has a fully different logo and whatever, but I kind of like this more. Maybe I'll pivot it. We'll see. All right, but what does an electric company say? This electricity was brought to you by. Maybe it says something simple like kilowatt or gigawatts, and in like this font here. And then you put that in the center. All right. And then just duplicate that a couple times. Center this, and then do some different coloring on this. I feel like an orange would be a really nice color for this. Let's do like, I mean, yeah, that feels pretty sweet, dare I say. And then maybe just the one in the center is white. That's pretty cool. Oh, be shocked at how good we are is a great one. I love that. Let's try that in a different font. Be shocked at how good we are. That's fun. That's cool. That's a fun poster. I like that. Okay. I'm just out of curiosity. I simply have to try the Apple Garamond. It just screams that era, you know? That's great. That looks so great. Look at this. Hold on, let me turn view. That's cool. I can animate that thing really fast too. I just might do that actually. Hold on. Let's animate him. We simply must. Although then that means I have to do the logo animation on this thing. And do I really want to do that? I don't know. But let's try this for now. We're going to do a short little animation moment. Hold on, I'll switch over to After Effects in just a second. I'll just get my dock prepped. Let me put this in the same spot. This is going to be Bloom Electric. Not the orange, black, and white combo. It's too good, man. I shouldn't have had to pull out all the stops on it, but it's too good, man. Can't resist. It's impossible. Let's do this. What up, Christian? Good to see you. Okay. Now let's do this. Let's bring in all this type. Let's bring in that as well. I will switch over to After Effects in a moment. Actually, you know what? I'll switch over to After Effects now. There we go. Whoa, why can't you see my... Hold on a second. That's really weird. Why can't you see my window? What? There we go. Okay, I was like, what is going on? Okay, there you go. Enjoy. Heading font's very nice. It's Apple Garamond. It is it's such a good font. Really needs more utilization. All right, I'm gonna have to ungroup all this stuff. Okay. We're gonna grab this. I'm trying to bring in the logo bit by bit here. That can all be one shape. And then that should be its own shape. That should be its own shape. There we go. All right. And now we are in. Oh, what? How? I'm sorry. After Effects, are you confused? I have the same font installed, but for some reason After Effects cannot read it. Acumen. What? That's so strange. I've animated this font so many times. One second, hold on. Let me go back to Illustrator. I'll restart my After Effects. File, save, close. I don't know why it wouldn't have read that font properly. That's so strange. Olgrid says if you're planning on using that retro preset, just delete the transform effect from it. It's set up for horizontal comps and we'll mess it up. Ah, I see. I see. I may give it a whirl. That's so weird. Why does it not? I really couldn't tell you why it is not getting that font. So now what I'm gonna have to do is do this crap, which is lit. Love that. Let's delete these two things, bring that in, and bring that in. Big font hates this one simple trick. Subtext. What is this guy? This is Bloom Electric. This is prong front. Prong back. This is brick. Then we've got chord. And then this is gigawatts 5. Four, 3, 2, 1. There we go. They should rewrite the source code of After Effects. I imagine that is a very difficult task. Otherwise, they probably would have done it already with how many people are upset about it, I would say. Okay, be shocked how good we are. All that's up there. And then let's do this. Bloom Electric will be on the very bottom. Chord, then that. Yeah, okay, that's cool. We've got a short little thing here. I'd want it to all be on by there, probably. Let's have it all exist by that spot. And let's start with the little logo animation because the rest is going to be really easy, I think. All right. Let me lock all the other stuff down so I don't accidentally mess it up. Let me just animate one of these and then I can move them around. So I kind of want this to like roll on from the side. So I'm going to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll get to there. 1, 2. Oh, actually. Huh. How do I want to do this? I want this to like roll. I want to treat this like a ball, essentially. It's not actually a ball, but I want to treat it like a ball. So I'm going to have it like roll bonk into the wall, roll off back over here, and then come back. So that means I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to have it go back in the same spot by that point, but here it's going to be like this. And then here it's at the wall. And here maybe it's just like off to the side over here. Let's see how that feels. What? Oh, there we go. Sorry, y'all. I made the one mistake of going back there for a second to fix the After Effects thing. That's my bad. All right. Anyway, basically all I was saying, I'm going to have this ball start over here. It's not even a ball. It's just part of the prong. Roll over, hit the wall, bounce off, and then roll back to the spot. There you go. Okay. Let's do this, and then this guy is going to be like 68%. That's going to have more time. Let's do like there. It kind of feels like there's too much, it moves too much too fast. So I'm gonna space these all out a little bit. And then this one can be a little bit faster. Or should it be the opposite? I think it'll all work out. Oh, actually, I know what I can do to make this really satisfying. Here, let's put that like that. I'm gonna have the path of this do the same thing. So it's going to like bounce out whenever it gets hit. It just needed some other action. That's what it was. All right. So let's do this then. Doing. There we go. Actually, I can even have it start like over here so that it like pushes it out as well. Nice. Okay, cool. Now all I need to do is grab this guy and move it back here. So the final needs to end right there. All right, we're gonna call this one prong back. And then we're gonna have it come on 2 frames after. Boing. That's kind of fun. I like that. It kind of takes a long time for the balls to get back now. So I'm gonna bring that back over. Much better. Okay, cool. Boing. Whoop. Boing. Whoop. Nice. Let's actually bring these a little bit over here. Boing. Cool. Doing. I like that. And then now I have a bunch of other stuff that I can do. So, for example, the brick, we're gonna have some faux 3D magic happening here. This guy, I should just have trim paths on, but I made this way, so I might do something different with that, which is cool, because if you recall, I was smart enough to save this guy that is just a stroke so that I can bring it down here and match that. Let's bring that in actually. Perfect. This is going to be our new chord, and then what I'm gonna do, real chord, I'm going to set it to this background color, and then, oop, just kidding, there we go. All right, so now that it's in here, I can add a layer style stroke to it with the proper color. And let's go for like that. And then now I can just do normal trim paths on it instead of having to do a bunch of complicated stuff, which is great. We love that. Let me do trim paths. What do we want to have happen here? Maybe it like sends it through. Actually, no, it probably just whoop, and then it pops the words out, I assume. Would be a smart way to do it. Let's do that. So maybe it starts here. Maybe it goes to like this spot. And then we'll have to do like an offset thing to make this work. Okay. So it takes like that long, and then we get to here. Oh, that's gonna be too much. Is there a way for me to, nope, okay. I didn't make the front part long enough, it would seem. What if I do this? Is it gonna be enough? Oh, barely, barely. Shoot. Let's have it like hit here or something. Okay. We get it to like that spot. That's fine. And then when that happens, we will finish out this. So the offset is going to go like that, and then we will have Bloom Electric up here. All right, so I need to group the, well, all right, that is going to be attached to whichever one is Bloom. Electric. Shape layers are my friends, always. All right, so now we've got Bloom Electric, and we're gonna have it appear. Oh, that just pops in there, doesn't it? Let me watch the motion of that first. That doesn't really read. Maybe it'll sell it when I do this part. I don't know. Let me try something with the chord real quick. Hold on. So this path is going to 1, 2. We're gonna have the path extend out and then come back over this way. And hope that that works. We're gonna have to synchronize that movement so it's not just a bunch of random stuff happening all over the place, but it's fine for now. All right, and then what we're gonna do here, so on that hit, we're going to say bloom goes opacity on, previously it was 0, and we're going to do we want to have it also go like zhoop, or do we want it to just like slide off to the right? I feel like it might just be nice to have it slide off to the right. Let's do that. Wow, does that perfectly cover up the text? That's actually really nice. I was worried that we were going to be able to like see the letters outside of the line or something. Okay, and then we'll do the electric one 2 frames later. And then it will have been over here. Let's see how that feels. Maybe I have it in front of the chord, actually. Nope. Okay, and if I take away the overshoot, is that gonna make it more legible? It sure does. Okay. Do you not split dimensions? No, I do not. Never ever. I don't know. I just use a bunch of nulls rather than splitting dimensions. I just find it easier for me. Okay, now here's the thing. These prongs, let's actually just parent this guy to this one. Here's what I want to do. I want it to look like they started more straight on and then they slid off to the side. So let's do the following. Actually, I didn't want that. I want the brick. Here we go. So the front portion is going to start over here. And we're going to get this like perspective reveal sort of thing. Oh, I realize that's going to make our... Okay. We can fix that. It's all good. And then the prongs will have to slide over as well. So it looks like it's kind of like extending out. All right, and then the only thing we need to fix is that this guy, for this first frame anyway, the chord needs to have, actually not just the first frame, until here, it needs to be like this. There we go. That's fun. That's kind of cool. Especially because I can do this. So when bloom and then electric pops out, here's what I'm going to do. Don't tell anybody. We got deep glow too. It's crazy out here. We're going to do exposure set to 0. And then let's do 2. And then 1, 2, except it's then going to go back down here. Okay, and then this time it's going to go all the way out over here, and we're gonna say this. That's fun. It feels very 80s. Do dong, dong dong, dong dong. Okay, how long does it take for this to happen? I kind of want to sync all this stuff up with those hitting the edges, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's drag all these over to here, and then let's drag all of these over as well. Try this. Okay, but now it just feels like it just like appears there and then stops. So we gotta fix that. What up, weeboo? Glad to see ya. That's cool. We got our little logo animation. I think what I'll do is actually set the deep glow on, like I'll pre-comp all this stuff for the logo. Logo. And then I'll have it happen here instead. Much better. So that way it applies to the whole thing. That's cool. I'm pleased. Sweet. Such a fun little animation down there. What a good time. What's changed with Deep Glow 2? Oh, dude, a ton of stuff. So much stuff. They've got like, I mean, he said I can use it for stuff, so I'm hoping that this is chill, but I will be like somewhat vague just in case. From what I have found so far, there are ways that you can essentially add like your own lens flare textures and stuff like that. Another thing that I've really enjoyed is the ability to like duotone the color of the glow. So like previously you could only do one color, but now you can like kind of have a gradient of colors as it like fades off, and that's pretty nice. You can make some pretty cool looks with that. So I'd say those, plus it also just like generally works faster. But those are, I think, the biggest ones so far. But it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. Deep Glow, fantastic plugin. Everybody knows it. Same with Overlord. And we're getting 2 new versions of each. I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, now for the really, really easy part of this. We're going to do the following. We're going to say 1, 2, 3. This is just going to pop up. Okay. Let's do this again. This text is going to appear. And so is this one. Actually, I might just parent them. That sounds, no, because I want to be able to offset it. Maybe we have this actually happen here. I thought we got to catch up with After Effects too. Hey, if we got all 3 of those, we'd all be spoiled, and you know it. So, anyway, let's do 1, 2, 3. The subtext is going to appear just slightly before that does. This electricity was brought to you by Loom Electric. Maybe we'll have this slide up as well. We'll parent it to that. Just slightly. Okay, and now here's what we're going to do. We're going to have this be strokes and stuff like that. At first, we're going to have like an off version, and then we're going to turn it on whenever all the electricity turns on. It'll be nice. So I'm going to do that with one piece of type. I'm going to animate that, and then I'll just copy that across all the other ones, just like I did with the 2 prongs. Good Times HD says, did you storyboard and make your frames? Sorry, I got late here. I just, yeah, we just illustrated this one thing. Well, I mean, we did a couple other things. Like here's this little like news station thing. But it was mainly this guy, also this freak of nature down here. But this is what we ended up with. Anyway, back over to After Effects. Here we go. I'm going to do this one. Thanks, Tristan. See you, bro. All right, this one, let's do a stroke at first. And I just want to be cycling between these things. Let's do a color overlay for that, except at first it's going to be like this. Okay. Every 6 frames or so, I want it to do a color change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then now we can just copy paste that across. All right, there we go. And so now every 6 frames, that's going to change. That'll flash every once in a while. Meaning on here, we're going to do this. It's going to go to white. And then the stroke will actually have to be gone by this point. All right, we're going to have, oh, why did that? I didn't mean to take that keyframe away. Whoops. Okay. Let's do inside maybe? Yeah, that feels better, I think. Okay, and then we're gonna copy paste these same keyframes here. Oh, except I want it to start with white. Let's delete this one. Jackson, what if I don't want to give you this scene, man? This isn't even real yet. Although it might end up in the other one, I don't know. Also, awkward if you're saying you want to animate it. I'm already animating it, bro. Sorry, man. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna add the same deep glow type flash here. Except it didn't apply for some reason. I don't know why it wouldn't have. Huh. Okay. Let's do this giga type deep glow on you now. Haha. I can't be stopped. Let's do 0. And then, oh, wait. Okay. Where's this gotta happen? We want 0 here, but then we want this to be like, bam! Big old blown out thing there. We'll go back down to like 0.1. Actually, not even, because we're gonna have a thing over top of all this anyway. Okay, let's have these like this, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every once in a while, we'll have a hold keyframe thing, swapping these out. One, two, three, four, five, 6. All right, and now we can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide this up into place. We'll have it start like down here. And ease that. And now all we got to do is this. 1, 2, 3. This one goes there. And then eventually we want it to sit here. And then another one. 1, 2, 3. And have it sit here. I bet you can see where this is going. 1, 2, 3. Have this one sit here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. All right, and bring this guy down here. Okay, and now we can delete all these original ones and watch it go. Oh, except I made it all happen too late. Whoops. That's fine. Maybe it'll still work. We'll wait for it to cache. Okay. All right. Tight. Easy, man. Too easy. I'm gonna grab a project that I did recently that's got some of this stuff on it. Hold on. Let's go there. And I'm just gonna grab the same effects and stuff I put on that one. And while that's loading, Leo says, why do you think that so many talented motion designers are on Instagram but not Twitter? To me, it seems that high quality work is rewarded on Twitter a lot more and brings higher leads per like. Here's my experience. The average age of people that are hiring for like bigger studio type jobs is probably like 40 to 50 years old. There's some that are younger, but most of them are probably around 40 to 50. Most of those people are going to be on Instagram. There are some more like tech savvy people that may use Twitter, but it's kind of few and far between. So there's just a higher quantity of leads, even if, yes, there is more like competition for those leads on Instagram. I feel like you have a better shot there getting some higher value leads, because in my experience, Twitter also breeds a much faster decrease in pricing because of how many people are like on there just like doing awesome stuff. You know, there's a lot of people on Instagram doing awesome stuff, but like Twitter is also a place where a lot of like entrepreneurial conversation happens. And so I've found anyway that there's a lot lower pay per job on there, if that's where my lead came from. The ones I get coming to us from Instagram tend to have higher budgets than the ones on Twitter. Anyway, let me add this now. I guess it's in this one. Here we go. Is that okay? Let's grab these. Oh, they pasted in the wrong order. Just kidding. There we go. Oh, geez, that is really bright. What is up with that? Let me get some curves going in here, please. Bring that down. Jeez, why is that so obvious? That's crazy. Do I need like a... Do I not have a background layer? That's probably part of what it is. Hold on. Let's bring this in here. Okay, much better. I was like, why am I able to see that gradient so clearly? That's crazy. Okay, that's cool. Let me bring this back up a little tiny bit. Okay, cool. And then I have something in here. Let me increase the opacity on this guy. Make it a little more obvious. Essentially what this layer does is just, it's just a gradient with some colorama on it. So, and it's set to overlay. So it'll like naturally sort of change the lightness, as it like scrolls up the screen. So you can see it kind of like, why is my mouse going crazy? You can see it like kind of changing up some of the coloring and stuff, which is nice. But anyway, this is pretty sweet. I'll see if I can get this RAM previewed for us. Oh, whoa, that looks delish. What? That looks so good right there. It's like lava. Anyway, I will answer another Q in the meantime. Tika says, hi Austin, do you have any tips or advice on how I can start my career and get noticed? I love your streams. They are incredibly inspiring. Please do more of them. Well, you happen to catch me on the right day. I haven't done one of these in a year, but I'm glad you're here. Okay, so let's see where to start with this. I'll try and make it as simple as possible. Starting your career and getting noticed is literally all about just showing up consistently. That's it. You don't even have to be making like the best work that's ever been seen in motion design to get noticed. You just have to be the person that's showing up, because this whole industry is honestly kind of like the lottery. It's a real just game of chance. People are going to have projects at certain times of the year. There's really no way to just like go and get a sale like that with any particular client, because if they need the project, they need the project. You can try and pitch companies on projects, but like past couple of years, there also just hasn't been a ton of money around as much as there has been in previous years. So I would say just try and keep making small things, like something like this that only took me like an hour or so, and just post it, show up, try and put yourself in a position where not only can you like show the work that you're making, but also like talk about not even just your process, but also just like why you decided to make the thing, more of like your thinking behind what you're doing. Because what's really important that not a lot of artists do in general from a business perspective is show the client they can think about stuff. Like if you like just being the artist, the person who's just going to execute on somebody else's ideas, the artist was not the right word there. Just being like an animator or a designer is going to put you at the bottom of the food chain as far as like the thinking goes, and like people pay for the thought behind stuff. So if you can be the person that's able to like show that you could create theoretically a whole campaign from scratch without direction from somebody else, that's going to be a lot more valuable than just like, hey, look at this thing that I made. Isn't it pretty? Because there's a lot of people who can make pretty things. So finding ways to show how you think about stuff is really helpful as well. But above all that, finding something that you can do every so often, just like, I don't know, once a week or something like that, that doesn't take you a whole lot of time, that you can show up with, that's the most important thing. Because the thing a lot of artists fall into is this trap of like having to, it's the perfectionist trap. They want everything they make to have to be the best thing ever, and then don't end up posting anything. And so people don't know they exist. So find something that you can repeat and put reps in on. That's what the loops were for me and that sort of stuff. Leo says, I can totally see that. I haven't had a single solid lead through Instagram. All clients have come from Twitter, Behance, etc. You can post work on a Twitter account with 200 followers and get 3K likes. Well, Twitter is also really incentivized right now to try and push posts, you know? Like, they're the underdog as far as social platforms goes. They have way less users than like any of the other social platforms. So that's why. But also, you have a lot more following on Twitter than Instagram. No, I feel like that's probably the case anyway. It's easier to get in touch with somebody on Twitter, I guess, because you can like tweet at them and whatever, but you can't really do that as well on Instagram. So it's just, for me, I post everywhere for that reason. Like, I like Instagram a lot. It's the place where you have the most followers, which is great. We get the most viewership, but I post everywhere unbiased, because anywhere I can put my stuff is still like another chance to get work. We've gotten stuff from Vimeo still sometimes, you know, and we only post on Vimeo to like put stuff up on the website. We don't even post on there so like other people can just be sitting on Vimeo and look at it. But anyway, that's just why we post everywhere anyway, even in places where we know we're not going to get leads, like TikTok, because like truly I mean, anything can happen. So why not? And for a lot of people, Twitter has become pretty toxic over the past couple months. I mean, I can't engage on that platform. I've like entirely stopped using it, because if you go on that for you tab, especially, everything on there is just like bots spewing stuff, random political garbage, or like, I don't know. It's just a mess. It's not like as easy to just stick to like only design stuff from your design people on there anymore. And so maybe that's why a lot of people have sort of dipped. Alive Does Stuff says, how important is Cinema 4D for us motion designers? I know it's easier to animate few complex shapes with Cinema 4D than playing around in deep with Flow 3D. Should I keep grinding Cinema 4D? Ordinary folks Webflow video was love. Honestly, programs and like which ones to use, I feel like are going to only like keep becoming less important over time. It's just like, do you like the program and are you interested in it, that I think you have to answer. There are certainly a lot of jobs that will like offer, that would like for you to use Cinema. It's not a bad tool to have, but like I wouldn't hold on to that necessarily as like, ooh, if I learn Cinema, then like everything's going to open up for me. Because there's just like so much changing technology wise. So if it's something you're interested in, I'd say go for it, you know, but don't do it just because you feel like you have to, because the industry seems like it's putting pressure on that. Anyway, well, cool, y'all. We made a fun little thing. That's great. I have to go to a meeting now, but it was fun hanging out. I have made this setup very easy for me to be able to stream whenever now, so be on the lookout, hit notifications and stuff. That'll be way easier. Otherwise, I'll try and post everywhere whenever I start streaming. But anyway, I'll catch y'all next time. I'll be around. Thanks for hanging.